Welcome back. So next thing we need to do now is to learn about what you need in order to create a website. Now, in order to create a website, you first need to have three things. Basically, a domain name, web hosting, and then website files. Now, let's look at the first one, a domain name. A domain name is the website address of the website which you want to create. For example, www.leiladrycleaners.com. Just imagine that the internet is a street. Your domain name would be your house address. So let's take a look at this. I'm sure you would know about sites like jumia.com.ng. Now this name, jumia.com.ng, is called a domain name. This is the name that is used to identify the website called Jumia. So when you type this name into a web browser, just the way it has been typed here, the website comes up. So this name which you type into a web browser in order to access a website is called a domain name. So it is like a house address, your house address for your website on the internet. Let's move on. So the second thing you need in order to create a website is web hosting. Now, web hosting is like a hard disk space on the internet where your website is stored. You need both a domain name and web hosting before your website can be live on the internet. So, you remember in the previous video, we looked at this area of the cPanel. Now, this is what is known as your web hosting. This is the physical place or a part of storage on the internet where files of your website are stored. Now, all these files are the files of the static websites we looked at before now. So Jumia and every single website you have on the internet, they all have a place, a storage location like this, where the site files are uploaded. Now you will learn more about this as we proceed in this course. Let's move on to the third thing that you would need. Now, the third thing you need are website files. Now, this refers to the website itself. So, I just showed you the files that make up the website Healthcare Campus Plus, the static website we viewed earlier. So, this is the website Healthcare Campus Plus. This is the domain name. The hosting is where this file is sitting, which is, for example, this cPanel. And then the site files are all of these files you see here with certain extensions. Not to worry if this sounds a bit confusing. You will get used to it as we proceed in this course. But these files here, these are all the files that make up this website. Without those files, this website would not be in existence. So, how do we create those files? You can create files by coding using web programming languages like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and server-side languages like PHP, ASP.NET, or C#. Or you can create websites using a content management system like WordPress, Joomla, or Magento to create the website. The latter option is the method we shall adopt in this course. So what am I talking about here? I'm simply saying that there's two ways that you can create a website with. First, you either code it from scratch using a programming language, or you use a content management system, just like we're going to use. The one we're going to use in this course is called WordPress, but there are several others. You have Joomla, you have Magento, you have Drupal. There are so many. So, what's the difference? Now, the difference is this. This static site was created using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which are web programming languages. Now, this is what it looks like. This is JavaScript. The entire page it was created with is HTML, and then there are other scripts that are involved in it. All of these things were written, or in programming language term, they were coded in order to get this website. Now, I'm sure that this looks very scary, but not to worry. We're not following this method to create our website. We'll create our website with a much simpler way using a content management system. Now, what's a content management system? A content management system is a piece of software that enables us to create content like content for a website in a very easy way without having to code, without having to write a single line of code. So this is the method that we'll be adopting. So stay tuned as we start on this. See you in the next video.